Welcome back to the channel for Group 1 Underwood Stakes Day at Sandown. Zaaki won the feature impressively last year. I don't think he's going to get an easy time as he did last year, and he didn't beat much last year. And this is like a mini Cox Plate with 4 of the field going towards that race. And with the Cox Plate picture will be clearer after this race has been run and won. And I think that there's a little smoky here in the feature, but let's get into the preview and find the winners because I'm pretty keen on a couple on this card. Race number 1 at Sandown is a man's benchmark 70 handicap over the 1400 metres, and I'm with the favourite in Cap de Joie. Barriers put me off a little, but I still think it's going to be very hard to beat here. Damien Oliver aboard for Nick Ryan. Ollie's been on its last 2 starts, winning impressively at Bendigo. Well, both at Bendigo by a collective margin of over 3 lengths. 1600 last start on a heavy track. Won as a $2 favourite by 1.75 lengths. Comes back to the 1400 metres. Ollie sticks, but does go up slightly in weight, and the barrier is a little bit of a concern. Artika was scheduled to run on Wednesday, but the stable scratched from the heavy track in preference to race here. Johnny Allen aboard. Barrier 7 perfect, and it does look very good for this horse considering it had a couple of excuses at its last 2 starts. Savonia was a good winner at Sandown at its last start, but it's got to take the step up in grade from a benchmark 70. And Picarones for Jamie Carr at $12 looks to be over the odds. But Cap de Joie for me, race 1, $35 the win. Race number 2 at Sandown Hillside is a benchmark 78 handicap over the 1400 metres, and I'm with Sandy Prince. Ollie again here. I think he can win the first 2 because Ollie went on this horse last start and got the chocolates over the road. Here at Sandown Hillside, and that was only in a benchmark 70, so it doesn't go up in grade. Goes at the 1400 metres, and I think it's going to be winning this. Drops 1.5 kilos from last start. Very, very good chance. Barrier, no problem. I like the horse being drawn wide. And the horse I think is over the odds is Beehunter. He loves the 1400 metres, and he does like a little bit of cushion out of the track. But the query is, he is only second. He's second up, and Celine Gaudreau takes the claim. Savannah Cloud needs to get into the field, but you know what you're going to get from her consistent rule run race if she's here. And Pascero is hard to trust, but does get the blinkers for the first time. But Sandy Prince for mine, 25 the win, race 2 Sandown Hillside, and 7 the win, the sabre on Beehunter the Roughie. Race number 3 at Sandown Hillside is a benchmark 78 handicap over the 1800 metres this time. And I'm with the horse that's been very consistent, hasn't been getting a lot of luck in its races, and that's Global Gift. Williams riding for Bedwell. It's got to carry the big weight of 60 kilos, but this horse can carry weight, carrying the same weight as 60 kilos at its last 2 starts, both in 78s, placing in its last 2 starts at 1600 and 2000. So back to the 1800 metres. Williams on. I think it's a very good chance, and I think it'll be winning here. $9, I think that's a spoil. Groovy kind of loves the main danger. Was scratched from Flemington on Sunday to be safe for this. Very good record second up, and has a good record on soft tracks, and Nolan takes right. It's a good chance. Sir Lamorak, probably the one with the class in the race, but he's only first up off a very, very long break, but does run well first up. And Mayfair Spirit, the one who beat Global Gift at the Valley, over the odds at $23. But with Global Gift, race 3 at Hillside, $10 the win. Race number 4 at Sandown Hillside is a very good race over the 1400 metres, and I'm with Elliptical. $3.40 is a good price. I'd take it because he's the one to beat here. After its last start run in the expert place, being a listed race at Flemington, ran 4th. Back now to this level. Drops a stack of weight from last start, coming back to 54 kilos, so drops 3 kilos off its last start at 1400 metres. After winning its maiden impressively over the road at Sandown and Lakeside. This horse, clearly the one to beat and clearly my on-top selection. Savannah, the one I think's one of the main ones that's over the odds here, has had 0 luck at its preparation in the Rosebud and at the very last start. And the Ollie goes on, so it's a big jockey upgrade from last start and drama. You know, nothing against him, of course, but Ollie on that, I'm expecting this horse to run really, really well and show something like he did on his debut run. The fortune teller for Jamie Carr was disappointing last start when the punters sent him out favourite, but does drop a stack of weight, drops 5.5 kilos off the run. Drawn barrier 5 this time, so it's going to run well, and does get Jamie Carr, so I think it's a very good chance, and $10 I think so. And Count the Headlights is only first up, but I think can run a race at $16. But Elliptical for mine, race 4, Sandown Hillside, 35 the win, and 5 the win on Savannah, probably hoping to show his class. Race number 5 at Sandown Hillside is a handicap race over the 1700 metres, and my best bet comes up here if it runs, and that's Glint of Hope for Dan Moore and Trent Buston and Natalie Young. This horse is excellent second up, has a very good record on soft ground and at the track, having one start for a place, and that was the second to My Whisper. Now, this horse is duly accepted to run at the Valley also on Friday night in the last race being for the mares. And I hope that they scratch from that race, and I hope that they come here, because if they do, this horse will bolt in here. I'm expecting it to just simply win if it comes here. But if it is scratched, Bermadez will be on my on-top selections for Ollie. Second up, good record, soft tracks, loves it, and one start at the distance for a win. But yeah, hoping that Glint of Hope comes here. The Dragontea Schabau look the two that are over the odds for mine, and Jamie Carr does stick with Dragontea, but it's a 2-horse race. Glint of Hope and Bermadez, 25 the win on Glint of Hope for mine. Race 5 at Sandown Hillside, but if it's scratched, I'll be with Bermadez. Race number 6 at Sandown Hillside is the first of the feature races. It's a listed Jim Maloney Stakes over the 1400 metres, and the horse to beat is Russian Conquest for Peter and Paul Snowden and Jamie Carr. First up run, you can just pin it down to the heavy track, didn't handle it. Comes to Melbourne looking for a drier surface, and we'll get that. You're probably going to be looking at a soft 5 to probably a good 4 on the day. And back on top of the ground, this horse is going to love it. Jamie Carr on very good chance, and did chase Coolangatta in the millions and ran really well in the millions. So I think, and it was well back last week, I think 17's into single figure odds, and didn't obviously run because it was scratched from the bog track. Saved it a week. Very good chance here and should be winning this. Typhoon Titmus is the one I think that can run a big race here. Ollie on for Griffithson de Kock. Ran well a couple of weeks back in the listed Capdon Teeves. It was very good in running third over the 1100 metres. Up to the 1400 metres is interesting for this horse, and at 750 can run a race. Waltz on by, probably too short at 420. It was an impressive win last start, but it's got to come up to the listed grade here. And Portray for Godolphin at $7 by full selection. But Russian Conquest, the winner of the listed Jim Maloney for me. Race number 7 is a Group 1 Underwood at Sandown over the 1800 metres. Zaaki looking to go back-to-back, but I don't think he will. I think the Swoopers will get him late, and I think Alligator Blood is going to beat him here. And I know I've tipped this horse in 2 of the Group 1s that have occurred this spring, and I'm going with him again. Third up. Look, the third up record's misleading, and that was when he was at a younger point in his career. Didn't have a lot of luck in his when he was third up, but he has won third up, which is a good record. Timmy Clark aboard, and from all reports from the stable, I think they're not wanting to ride this horse forward or lead, but I hope that they still take the initiative and go forward and set off Zaaki's hammer, because I've put this race as in Zaaki a lead, Brightside sits outside of him, Blood sits outside of them, and I'm hoping he has the last crack, and because he'll, at the 300, Alligator Blood will go to the lead and kick away. I'm just hoping he can hold off the horse that beat him last start, and I'm Thunderstruck, who will be charging at him, and Zaaki and Mr. Brightside next batch. But with Alligator Blood, the one I think's over in the race at 750, I'm Thunderstruck, who beat him last start, my second selection at 310. So 35 the win, Alligator Blood, 20 the win, and I'm Thunderstruck. I'm looking for the Swoopers in this race because I think they're going to go very hard up front. Race number 8 at Sandown Hillside. It's the Group 3 Sandown Stakes, and I think that Pinstripped is the one to beat here. The run there first up was all to see, running home really well behind Scalapini in the Sofitel. Comes up to the Group 3 level from racing at listed grade last start, where it was the run of the race, charging late to just miss out on the prize where Scalapini kicked away. Up to the 1500 metres, 100 metres won't be any difference to this horse. 54 kilos, Barrier 5, I think it's clearly the one to beat and clearly the one you want to be on because he has a devastating turn of foot late. Dragon Leap comes out of the Memsy, and that form has stood up with obviously Alligator Blood and Thunderstruck settling it down to fight it out in the Maccabi Diva. And I think it's a very good chance for second. Military Expert is gonna go forward and kick away for Jamie Carr and Anna Barnation carrying 54 kilos when it's past 2. And Gentleman Roy, very consistent and will run into the top 3 again. But Pinstripped for mine in the Group 3 Sandown Stakes, 25 to win. Race number 9 at Sandown, Hillside, and it's a list of Testarossa Stakes. I Wish I Win looks to be the short price favourite, but I think it's going to be beaten here by Ayrton. 6 from 10 with 2 placings. Jamie Carr chooses to ride Ayrton over I Wish I Win. She would have been offered the ride of both mounts. First up, very good chance because it's 4 from 4 first up, 6 from 9 on good ground. Just a query on soft ground. Doesn't want it too soft, but it's got soft 6 currently rating of Sandown Hillside, so I think it'll be fine. Jamie Carr on, very good chance, and I think it'll be winning the listed Testarossa. Obviously, I Wish I Win, just going to go around the short price favorite. Good record second up for 3 starts for 3 seconds, and loves soft ground, and is probably the one to beat, but I've just gone with Ayrton, the one that Jamie Carr's decided to ride. Open-minded gets the sole lead, probably is over the odds for that factor at $15. And Imperial Lad will be going forward as well. And at 41, he can run a race. Very consistent in Imperial Lad. But I'm with Ayrton, race number 9 at Sandown. In the listed Testarossa Stakes, $25 the win to blast out with a winner. Thank you for watching my preview for Group 1 Underwood Stakes Day at Sandown. I hope I've found some winners for you, and I hope that you back some winners. And I'll see you next time for my next preview. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy it.